So my name is Phil Weiser. I am a professor at CU and exec director of the Silicon Flatiron Center.
And I am Emma Kraft, and I am a youth entrepreneur. There we go.
So cool.
Thank you for joining us for our Fireside chat.
All right, so first question that I'm going to start off with for you, Phil, is in a podcast interview with Sue Heilbronner, you talked about the concept of an inner entrepreneur. I was wondering how you would apply that concept to youth and how you think that we can encourage kids to develop that mindset.
So anyone who's a parent, I think it was Nicole talking about being a mom, needs to raise kids who have a powerful sense of self, who are fearless, willing to try things, and not afraid to fail. And if we can give permission for children to experiment, to take risks, they're going to have so much more of an exciting life as a result. And we as parents can feel that we've done a core part of our job as parents.
That was fantastic. So what do you think the best opportunities are for young people to get involved in entrepreneurship?
Now I need to ask you that question because my answer, for those who don't know about Dream Tank, is to get your kids in Dream Tank, which is a great program that you're actually in, Emma. So maybe you should tell us about Dream Tank.
All right. So first off, I am starting my own company, as I've told you. So in the beginning, a few people knew about my idea. It was mainly my mom and a few friends. And then I was introduced to this summer accelerator camp at Dream Tank. And in the beginning of the camp, I got to develop my idea and really understand what it meant to start a business. And after that, at the end of the week, we got to start by, or end with presenting or pitching. And it was really amazing to get to share my idea with the community at the Impact Hub. And then after that, I was introduced to a mentor, and I got to fly out to Chicago and have a business meeting with some really tech-savvy advisors, and it was really, really interesting to get new feedback and everything. And
Who's your mentor?
His name was Will, and I'm blanking on his last name. I am not very good with last names, but I'm working on it.
We're in Boulder, that's okay.
But anyway, I think Dream Tank was a great opportunity to get to share my ideas and really start to learn more things about myself and the world around me, especially in entrepreneurship.
How many companies do you think you'll start in your lifetime?
5. I'll start 5. So how do we do a better job of connecting various startup community sectors such as tech, energy, and natural foods?
How many people here would say they're in tech? Raise your hand. How many natural foods? 1. All right, so this is a challenge that we have here in Boulder. We've got this unbelievable natural foods ecosystem, a great tech ecosystem. It's not easy to get them connected. So one thing that I have worked on with a number of people here, including Brad Feld here from earlier, is create a Blackstone Entrepreneurs Network that intentionally got entrepreneurs in natural foods, tech, aerospace, energy, and healthcare across Denver and Boulder and create an opportunity for mentors to support scaling up companies across those sectors and build relationships both between the companies and between the mentors. This is a long game because naturally people tend to gravitate to their own sectors, but yet there can be wonderful cross-pollination. So it takes real intentional effort, and things like this Blackstone Entrepreneurs Network is a way to do that.
Very nice. All right. And what is your 20-year vision of entrepreneurship in Boulder?
Thank you for the easy questions. So I think we in Boulder have a special responsibility. What Brad Feld said earlier is true. People around the world are looking to us to tell them how to build a world-class startup community. We are number 1 on like every list about where to start a company, density of entrepreneurs, and so we have a special responsibility to do things like create startup weeks, startup weekends, accelerators like Techstars, Emerge Lane, the Unreasonable Institute, a governmental entrepreneur leadership accelerator, and to take this concept of entrepreneurship, which is changing our world, and infuse it in every way we can, including education. And so we in Boulder can represent the ideal that we all need to be entrepreneurs in whatever we do, and translate that into actionable results that the world can follow. That's your questions?
Yep.
All right, so I have a question for you, which is, there's this concept out there of having a growth mindset, which honestly is one of the ways I talk about entrepreneurship, in part because in rooms more like a auditorium of first-year law students, the word entrepreneurship doesn't go down so easy, so the word growth mindset sometimes is easier to take. I can use those words interchangeably. How do you apply that to your journey?
Well, I think that, first of all, to me, growth mindset means that when you don't succeed, you get back up and you try again until you really do succeed. And you do it with passion and excitement. And I think a good example of this is like if you're dancing and you fall over, which I've done, and you get back up and you learn that move and you learn more about dance and you get stronger in that skill. And also it subconsciously makes you stronger about the knowledge of yourself and of the world around you. And I think that I've faced a lot of challenges from being a kid in my business by people telling me that, oh, I can't do this, I'm too small, I don't know enough about the world yet. But there's almost a beauty to that because I have new ideas about the world and I have new ways I think about things, and it's almost more powerful than doing things the way that they've always been done. And I think that I've had to use a lot of growth mindset because I've had a lot of setbacks through starting my business, but through overcoming those challenges and going past those roadblocks, I've really learned what a growth mindset is.
So you're incredibly impressive, clearly ambitious. You're also a kid. What do you do for fun? How do you find frivolous joy in your life?
Oh my. Well, I think that I have a lot of fun while creating my business because I get to, come up with new ideas or learn a new statistic, how many cell phone users there are out there in the world, or, develop new ideas about my product. And also, I still go to my soccer games and my dance lessons, and I hang out with my friends on Fridays. But I think that I've really learned that to have fun in both, you have to find a great balance between the two, of doing business and creating it and making it fun, and doing the other things that you love.
All right, thank you everybody. Give it a round.